My visit to the Severn Valley Railway begins on a very busy Platform 1 at Bridgnorth station. This is my first visit to this very popular heritage railway, and the arrival of the first train of the day has certainly brought the crowds with it. The platform is long enough to accommodate a 9-carriage train, but my attention was immediately struck by these beautiful listed station buildings. They're wonderful. Back in pre-preservation days, trains would continue north from this station for a further 22.5 miles to Shrewsbury, but today it is the northern terminus of the line. Originally, the station had 2 signal boxes, one at either end of the station, but this was replaced by just one on the present site in 1922. The upper structure of the box was replaced by volunteers in 1969. Also on Platform 1 is the Railwaymen's Arms, and there's been a public house on this station since 1861. There's also an excellent railway book and gift shop, which were very busy during my visit.
Getting our money's worth for watching the train manoeuvring. Oh, you've got a spare key, haven't you? Or do you?
It's made for the issue, it's made for the ball. The next one at the end of the timetable. So from now on, it's no different. No, let me show you. Go and show you. They're leaving my birthday present under the steps out the car.
Well, I've left the crowds behind over on platform 1 to cross over to platform 2 to take a closer look at this locomotive yard and also to look at some of the carriages that are in use on the railway. The Severn Valley Railway is home to around 70 passenger carriages, and these were in use in day-to-day service with companies such as GWR, LMS and LNER, with the majority of the carriages being of BR Mark I origin dating from the late 50s and early 60s. These LNER Gressley open third carriages were built around the mid-1930s and were withdrawn from service in the early 1960s before being recovered by the Severn Valley Railway. The locomotive yard at Bridgnorth contains a really interesting variety of rolling stock, and I could have spent a couple of hours looking around here. Perhaps the pick of the bunch for me was finding this GWR pannier class shunting engine number 1501, which is the sole survivor of its class. The station at Hampton Loade is a minor country station and it's located on the Severn Valley Railway between Bridgnorth and Highley, close to the River Severn. When the station first opened in 1861, it only had a single platform and a siding, but the second platform and a signal box were added in the 1880s. My eye was immediately taken by this beautiful looking station house, which is built of yellow brick. And unlike some of the other station houses, including the stations at Highley and Arley, it was not upgraded during the GWR era. Other than sympathetic restoration, the station has changed very little in its appearance since the Severn Valley Railway took over management of the line. You can still see evidence of the station's original terminus function in the form of the presence of a down starting signal. Here on platform 2 you see it in these photographs, which is normally only used for trains travelling back along the line to Bridgnorth. This means that there are signals for down trains to Bridgnorth to depart from either platform 1 or 2. A passing loop was added in 1883 and it is the shortest on the whole of the railway and is only able to hold a locomotive and 8 full-length coaches, with special arrangements in place to allow longer trains to pass. On those occasions when the Hampton Loade signal box is not in operation, all trains use platform 1, with movements controlled by the signal boxes at Highley and Bridgnorth using long section tokens under the electric train token regulations. With the closure of the line in 1963, the original 1881 signal box was largely dismantled, with some of the parts reportedly being used to build a chicken coop in the garden of the station house. The current signal box was rebuilt in the early 1970s using parts from the original box. The signalman kindly gave me permission to come up into the box to take some photographs. The box contains a 16-lever GWR 5-bar vertical tappet frame which dates from 1938. It was originally located in Ledbury North End signal box. To keep the railway running efficiently and to time, token exchanges often happen on the move, with the signalman standing on the track or platform holding one token carrier up for the fireman to catch, with the other arm being held out to receive the token from the previous section. The token carriers have large loops, making them easier to catch. When not in the driver's possession, tokens are held securely in interlocked machines at each end of the section, and only one token can be removed from the system at any one time by 2 signalmen in different boxes working in cooperation. Just outside the station is this delightful narrow gauge model railway. It was set up back in the mid-1980s by the Hampton Loade Paddock Railway 16mm group. The model railway comprises of an extensive scenic outdoor layout, and there are 3 separate running circuits. And there's also facilities for both gas and coal-fired locomotives. It normally operates on Sundays and bank holiday Mondays, as well as other peak times during the season, including gala days on the railway. Well, I've really enjoyed stopping at Hampton Loade Station. It's certainly a quiet backwater, and reminiscent of some of the country stations that I remember when I was just very small. Memories came flooding back when I saw things like trolleys, which were used for loading passengers' luggage onto trains, and the milk churns ready for loading into the guard's van, and the weighing machines for parcels. I just love the beautifully recreated GWR signage at this station. It evokes so many memories, along with the posters too. They're just terrific. Some of these posters would have been used around 70, maybe 80 years ago by the GWR to promote travel by rail to some beautiful destinations around the UK. Well, here comes my train, which I'm going to catch to the next destination on this journey, which is Highley, and I'll be making just a brief stop there, due mainly to time constraints, before moving on to Arley. Very little has changed at Highley since BR days. Most of the buildings and the surrounding area was in a very poor condition prior to preservation of the line, and a remarkable transformation has taken place, which has considerably enhanced the appearance of the area. A footbridge at the southern end of the platform was in use from 1915 until 1973, when it was declared dangerous and demolished, and it's been replaced by a brand new footbridge which was opened in 2009.